Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Batcast, and we are the Bat Fans. And this episode's topic is the top 3 Vixens in the Batman universe, and we've all came up with a top 5 list, and which version of these characters that we prefer the most. And just to start off, I'm Timothy Rooney.
I'm Renee Bautista.
I'm Dakota Wiegand.
And here we go is our top 5 Vixens. So let's do this in order. Let's go with you, Dakota.
Oh, putting the pressure on me already.
Of course.
Okay.
I can make a really bad joke. Do you know what? I said I was not going to make a joke about in this episode, so move on.
Go, get it over with. Drop it.
No.
Drop it.
No. I wasn't going to pressure you to finish Sailor Moon, but you know what? You still have yet to do it.
I hate you. I just hate you.
You're number 6, actually. Your honorable mention.
Yeah. So, well, the run. I'm going to put equal number 5 spot. Let's just put it like that. Two girls for number 5.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh, damn!
You have some kinky taste there, buddy. But yeah. So you guys are gonna hate me for this, but Talia al Ghul and Vicky Vale. Talia al Ghul from the animated series and Vicky Vale from the '89 Batman.
Okay.
Vicky Vale from '89 Batman, just because I like looking at her. I know she was a damsel in distress and she did nothing for the plot.
Yeah.
But I just like looking at her.
And was led to the Batcave?
Yeah, but by the worst Alfred ever.
Michael Golf.
and Talia al Ghul from the animated series, just because it's Talia. She's just awesome.
And I always felt like because like how her hair was parted, I always thought like maybe she only has one eye, because we only saw pretty much.
That'd be cool if that was like, and she had like a eye patch or something like that. But
now I'm thinking of like Kurt Russell from Escape from New York right now.
Or that one chick from Kill Bill.
Oh yeah.
Ellie Driver.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? That wasn't. No, that was Daryl Hannah, not Kim Basinger. That would be funny though.
All right. So anyway, my number 4 spot is Andrea Beaumont from Batman: Mask of Phantasm. Just awesome chick. I loved how she was just. You felt sorry for her, even though she was just killing off all these people. Number 3 is Harley Quinn from Arkham City.
Okay.
I like that version of her the best. I mean, I know animated series, I didn't quite like the outfit. This one, she was just really sexy and everything like that.
Was she objectified, do you think?
I think she was more objectified in Asylum because of that slutty nurse outfit.
Okay.
This one, she was just wearing tight leather. It wasn't. I don't think it as objectified as it was in Asylum.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But you also walk a fine line when you talk about vixens, because they're vixens for a reason, you know.
Yes.
Like
they're not meant to.
Other than like the animated series, I don't think. Yeah.
Women have not been represented well in the Batman universe outside of the animated universe.
No, I don't think women have been represented well
in comic books in general. Well, I think like in just media in general.
On there's this website called Kotaku, and they just had a post about that, and how I guess somewhere on Tumblr they have like this page that talks about how all these comic book creators and all that are just totally objectifying women.
Oh yeah,
like in the poses and what they wear.
Yeah, but who's your number one? Who's your target market? Like
yeah, exactly. No, I'm not defending that. I mean, well,
you're not like you're not like
you're not condemning nor condoning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am neither. This time I'm the fence rider.
Yes, you're right. You're the fence rider in this episode. Now you gotta make him. You gotta draw him.
He's gonna eventually have all 3 of us fence riders.
And then you get the picture with the 3 of us on one line of fence riding.
Who's gonna be writing bitch in that scene?
Shoddy not.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Moving on.
Alright, so number 2, I don't think you guys know this character. Melanie Walker, a.k.a. 10 from Batman Beyond. She was part of the Royal Flush Gang.
Oh, okay.
So she was the girl who was kind of forced into the situation, falls in love with Terry McGinnis. She doesn't know he's Batman, but he finds out that she's 10. She appears in only 3 episodes in the entire series. Dead Man's Hand, Once Bird, and King's Ransom. I just love the character. I almost wish they did more, but they did her a perfect amount. You guys?
The first episode with her with the Royal Flush Gang, since Zach yourself and I are huge James Bond fans. George Lazenby, the one-off James Bond, voiced the King in that.
Yeah, he voiced it in all 3 episodes.
He did in all 3 episodes.
Yep.
Okay, so and like that's like the only 2 things I know about is like that one weird commercial he did. I forget what the hell it was about. On Her Majesty's Secret Service and this.
Yeah, I was shocked when I found out that he was King in the Royal Flush Gang, but he was great. He was really great, and you didn't know it was him until like you saw it in credits. You're like, wow,
Yeah.
that was
It doesn't sound
awesome.
like him at all.
Yeah, he pulls off the. He gets rid. He doesn't have an Australian accent or anything like that. He doesn't sound like James Bond either. He sounds like, he's just sound. You have to listen to the character. He's just awesome sounding. But my number 1 girl has to be Batgirl Barbara Gordon from the new animated series.
Okay.
New
Oh, really?
Adventures. I just liked how she's more. The color scheme on her was a little bit better than from the normal animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the black lipstick for some reason just like gets me every time. I don't know why. And she just I think she was just drawn way better.
Mm-hmm.
Stop giggling, you ginger little bitch. I don't know.
I'm going to keep my X-rated comments to myself until the camera's off.
All right, well, go. Your turn.
My number 5 is Andrea Beaumont from Mask of the Phantasm. The reason why I chose her is because one interesting thing that was brought up in Phantasm is what Batman... Andrea is so much like Batman if Batman went over the edge.
Right.
And like how so many people have mistaken him for Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Then like so much of his characteristics of what she portrayed herself in the Phantasm costume. I like this love story between Andrea and Bruce and how it resolves itself, but you kind of feel so bad for them that they're not be able to have their love. And you understand why she's doing this. So you understand, like, all right, she's empathetic. She may not be sympathetic, but at least you empathize with what her situation is.
Yeah, and it's like it is the kind of the Boondock Saints thing. She's just killing bad men.
Yeah.
It's not like she's killing like a bus full of children or anything like that. She's killing these guys who have robbed Gotham, hurt Gotham, and everything like that.
Especially towards her father.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Rachel Dawes from the 2 Nolan films, because I think else was either animated or comic, so I decided to break it up. I liked both actresses who played it. I liked Katie Holmes and Maggie Gyllenhaal. The only thing that I always thought was a question was, at the very end of Batman Begins, and they were going through the rubble of the mansion, it seemed like a very cold day, apparently, because it looked like she's wearing a bra, and it looks like rusty cannons on a sunken ship. And I'm just like, wow.
Well, when she was also drugged by Scarecrow and they have her laying on her back, it totally like you almost see through her shirt. They were filming on a very cold set.
Yes.
That's all you have to say.
And like I don't know the reason why she didn't come back for Dark Knight. Like I think like she might have had her kid at that point, so maybe that might not have been an issue. But I think Maggie Gyllenhaal did a great job of what she had and what she had end up being at the end of the movie, or at least the midpoint of the movie. My number 3 is Poison Ivy from the Long Halloween story arc. And the reason why that one is because I feel like in the animated series she didn't get that fair of a shake except for the Harley and Ivy 2 episodes, one in the regular animated series, the other one in the New Adventures.
Yeah.
But Long Halloween, she takes control of Bruce Wayne on behalf of the who was it that I forget who hired her? It was either I don't think it was part of the mob, or it might have been maybe Riddler, but somebody knows Bruce Wayne is Batman, I believe. But how she drugs him and how he's drugged is that underneath his clothes, on his skin, is a very put Ivy on him that be able to mind control him. And Catwoman has to go in and scratch it all off him to get to bring him back to his senses, and it's a really creepy image to see him almost like gangrene all over himself. My number 2 is Harley Quinn from the Mad Love episode from the New Adventures.
Yes.
And I know Mad Love started as a comic, but the first introduction I had to it was the New Adventures episode. I eventually bought that comic for my girlfriend later down the road, but it was nice to see the origin for her, and it makes you feel really sad for her in that one moment where Joker pushes her out the window and she lands on the garbage outside, and you want to just reach out and hold her.
Talking about her as the doctor in the Arkham Asylum, or her in the Naughty Nighty?
What do you mean?
In that episode, she has 3 different outfits on. When
No,
she
I'm
was
talking about her traditional outfit.
the traditional Harley Quinn outfit.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, like all the women had like really short skirts in the New
Yeah.
Adventures. But
All the women in the New Adventures were like 9s and ups. Though.
yes,
That's
there
how
was no in between.
There was no fat chick or flat-chested one.
Yeah, I think that was because of the streamlined design from the Superman series.
Yeah.
Have you read Mad Love?
Yes,
I haven't. Is it
it's
pound
pretty,
for pound?
it is pretty much panel for panel what
Okay.
the episode is.
Okay, all right.
And my number 1 is Batgirl from the animated series, particularly her introduction episodes as Batgirl with Shadow of the Bat Part 1 and Part 2. It's nice to see her to take a proactive role, wanting to prove her father's innocence of corruption, and that she tries so hard to be like Batman and Robin. But of course, Batman and Robin have years of training, and she's a gymnast and a cop's daughter, so she has some training, but she's not right on top of everything like that. She's a little inexperienced, but I like to see her be able to take hold of what her destiny would be and how she plays into that world.
And just to clarify, these are 2 different Batgirls from my number 1 and his number 1.
Yeah.
It was season 2, and my Batgirl was technically season 4 out of the animated series, which was deemed the New Adventures.
Yeah. No, I think this Batgirl didn't show up until the volume 3 of the DVD.
Okay.
So yeah,
Or was that season 3?
I think it was only 2 seasons.
I mean, she started making more of a.
She showed up in the Hard Act 2-parter.
which was season 2.
Yes. Because the volume of the DVDs do not follow the release dates of the episodes to broadcast. We looked that up.
yeah.
So on the volumes of the DVDs, it's different.
Okay, yeah.
So no, this is part of the first run of the Batman series for mine. Yours is for the second run with the New Adventures of Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes, your turn.
So I changed mine around a little bit after you brought up Rachel Dawes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to go with Talia al Ghul for number 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a particular one.
The general character.
Yeah, the general character I really like. I'm actually a huge Ra's al Ghul fan also. So I think it's just interesting because they're so, there's like that fine line that really separates Batman to the League of Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and in a lot of comic arcs, they not that he crosses it, but that he has this this relationship with her. So it's just really, I don't know. I mean, she's in number 5, so she's not my top. But
Yeah.
I had to put somebody in there.
Right.
Yeah, well, she was not
Yeah.
number 5, so.
Number 4, I'd have to say Rachel Dawes, but I'd have to say Maggie Gyllenhaal. I didn't like Katie Holmes.
Right.
She just felt kind of like she just was separated from the character. I just didn't buy her.
You saw Katie Holmes. You didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't
Rachel
see.
Dawes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one.
I think Maggie Gyllenhaal did a really good job as her, and the reason I like her character a lot is because, it's with a lot of the way that a lot of times when they write these female vixens, maybe not so much in Batman, but they tend to sort of swoon over. You know what I mean? Like they have that kind of like sort of how they continue to write Catwoman as like she's always chasing after Batman,
And Batman's like.
Batman's like no. In this,
No,
Rachel
no.
Dawes is like
Today.
Rachel
Come in,
Dawes, she's she understands who he is, and she's like enough, like that's it, like I don't want any.
I want a stable person. That's why she chooses
like I don't want
Harvey
a part
Dent.
of your life, and that was like really, I don't know, it's just very, you don't really see that often.
Yeah.
Where you have that female character that's like, you know what, I don't want any part of what he is.
Yeah.
So she's definitely my number 4. I said right. 4.
Yes.
All right, let's see.
That comes before
I wasn't really
5.
prepared for this episode.
Well, we all know what your number 1 is.
Yeah, my number
Well,
1.
we all know, we'll get there.
Number 3. Let me see. I'm gonna have to.
That's why him and I went first, so that's why you had the time to
Yeah.
think.
Number 3, I would have to say. I'm gonna go. I guess I'll say Catwoman.
Oh, right, yeah. None of us chose Catwoman.
I was gonna try to slip her in as an honorable. The animated series version as an honorable mention.
Yeah. Right.
But
with Adriana Barbeau as the voice.
Yeah. You guys did not just see it. Wait, I lost my train of thought just then.
Catwoman.
So Catwoman. I'm gonna have, I'll put her in as number 3.
Any particular version?
No particular version with her either.
So Halle Berry is allowed in there.
No, fuck, no. And I would have to, I didn't really like
Michelle Pfeiffer
as Catwoman either.
I don't think she was able to like the move in that. I don't know how she did.
And I didn't like the costume either. It was just
I like the
shiny,
costume.
like, way too shiny.
It's patent leather.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was too.
I didn't mind her costume in that.
I like how it was stitched. That was a cool idea. But
the number one design I never liked about Catwoman was in the New Adventures. That just ran a solid black weird thing, and then she's pale white.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, she just lost all her seductiveness from the animated series, where she saw
and then
all
she
her
hit
curves
on Robin in that one episode.
Yeah, she was going really young there too. She was robbing the cradle with that. She was a cougar.
Pedophile.
Pun intended.
How did you like? What's her name?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. What did you feel about her?
I didn't see. I thought she was a great character. She didn't have to be Catwoman. I didn't see Catwoman at all. I mean, her
I didn't
the
like
glasses
those goggles.
from.
I did not like those goggles at all.
Yeah, but she could have been anyone else but Catwoman.
Yeah, that's true. No, totally.
I feel like certain things that like. One of the reasons why I enjoy Avengers so much is because the one few criticisms I have of the Nolan movies, it almost seems like they feel guilty that these are comic book movies.
Really?
That's why they never say Catwoman. She's a cat thief, but it's always just Selena Kyle. Because Catwoman does sound very comic book-ish.
Yeah.
But it almost feels like we're apologizing for the earlier Batman movies.
Don't get me wrong.
Which they kind of did with Batman Begins. I understand.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked. I mean, Anne Hathaway is probably like in my top 5 actresses that I just go googly eye over.
Yeah.
People probably think I'm insane for saying that, but still, I liked how she looked. She was great.
You said that before Paltrow, then I'd say you're insane.
Oh, no way. No, I liked how she acted in the movie and everything like that. Yeah. Selena Kyle was a really strong fit. Yeah. Just when going into it, just know, Catwoman's in the movie, and really wasn't portrayed as Catwoman. She was just
a burglar. She was a she was just
and she kind of seems like she was there just for plot.
Yeah,
like, all right. She was there for the reason for him to become Batman again.
It's a bit of an afterthought, I think.
And then she was like, all right, then she's the reason why Bane beats up Batman. Then she's the only reason why Bane doesn't kill Batman at the end.
And she kills Bane,
which I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, well, instead of Batman killing Bane, she kills Bane because he would not have done that.
Yeah.
The one scene in that film where she has
the Ferrari.
What?
When she stole the Ferrari?
No, not when she stole the Ferrari. Which I think she, and like I don't know. I think also just a quick side note. Sometimes that's a big move. Why did it keep going to your crotch?
I don't know.
What was I saying?
Nothing can resist me, not even other species.
Shit, I forgot what I was saying now.
Something you don't
like. One
about
scene
her.
in
so that one, side note. I felt like in some scenes, like she just kind of overplayed the seductiveness a little bit in Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
Like that scene where she was dancing with Bruce Wayne, and she was like, when she's like, there's a storm coming. Like, it was just a little overplayed, a little.
It was there for like exposition. It almost feels like it's trailer fodder.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that was in the trailer.
Yeah, no, that was like the big basis of the house. That was the hook for the
that was pretty much
trailer.
on every trailer.
Yeah,
I'm almost positive that little soundbite.
Yeah, that's why like on the Rise of soundtrack, is a storm is coming. And it's pretty much the Bane theme.
But I loved that scene where she was in the bar, and she was giving Bruce Wayne's fingerprints.
Right.
That was
the dude
when the cops busted in. She immediately just had this blood-curdling scream. I was like, what? For her to be able to go from, like, kicking ass and shooting everybody to boom, all of a sudden she's just like one of those. She presented herself to the cops as a damsel in distress, and
as soon as they're out of
away.
eyesight,
Bam, right out of there.
and then 180.
Oh my God, that was such a. I love that.
That was a great scene.
Awesome. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 2, I'm gonna have to say Harley Quinn. I'm gonna have to go with Harley Quinn for sure.
Which version?
It might surprise you. I mean, she wasn't really in it, but the Joker graphic novel.
Yeah.
That was pretty unbelievable. Like that's like probably one of the only times that I know of that where you see when he's Joker has his
one really moment.
Yeah, like where he's
humanity.
Yeah.
And
when he's crying and his head is in her lap and she's like drinking like a scotch and taking care of him.
She's really at that point. It almost presents her as like, what's that saying? This behind every man is a strong woman or something like that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So like it kind of just it showed you that the Joker needed her. Like he wasn't just this character that you knew as like this crazy psychopathic guy. Mm-hmm. And I think that really stands out of all. I mean, there's a lot of other Harley Quinn renditions, if you will, or versions that were really good, but that totally took me by surprise for sure. Wasn't expecting it, and that's definitely one of my favorite Joker stories too. Just a little plug there.
We'll be getting to that graphic novel soon enough.
Yes. And number 1 is Poison Ivy.
Which version?
You guys know that already. I had to pick one version. I don't think I have a single version either.
You said you prefer her green instead of...
Oh yeah. So that definitely for sure. And I hate the New 52 costume with that black.
I'm not a fan of that either.
Shit going
Do you
on
prefer her more plant-like than actual human?
Yes, totally. I just think. I mean, I guess it appeals to her character more. I don't know why. I just don't like. And I think. Design-wise, it just looks better. You know what I mean? And I told Timmy, I didn't tell you. Remember that statue that I was telling you about?
Yeah. Oh, he mentioned you finally bought it.
I did.
That was the first thing you said to me yesterday. I did something kind of like rash, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I may or may not have bought it. I'm like, well, which is it?
There's for those of you that don't know, there's Comic-Con 2014. I always forget the name. Studio. What is it? Sideshow. Sideshow figures. I forgot what the hell it's called. Whatever. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Sideshow Collectibles. They announced that they were re-releasing a Poison Ivy statue that they had previously released. She is a little different than the New 52 costume, but she does have the regular skin tone. And the second is she's all green. Her skin's green, and it just looks so much better than the first edition. But anyway, yeah. So I broke down and I pre-ordered it, and I don't regret it at all.
Okay.
And I am 100%.
How much?
Let's keep that under wraps.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of a lot, but it's kind
How
of
many
not.
dead presidents did it cost you?
A lot. A lot. I'd rather not think about it.
Thank God Franklin wasn't.
But once I get it in my hands, I'm sure I'm not gonna care. I mean, and it's also they give you like a payment option, like you gotta pay it off like every month. So.
God,
Yeah.
so this thing is actually a lot of money.
Yeah. But
there's a payment option. No.
You know it's too much when there's a payment option.
When?
But I couldn't resist, and I splurged. So I ended up getting it. But yeah, so that's my number 1 is Poison Ivy. And we were just talking about Gilda.
Or the Rita Hayworth movie.
I have quite a crush, a celebrity crush on Rita Hayworth. So, and she reminds me, especially in Gilda, I don't know why, but she reminds me of Poison Ivy, and that's or Poison Ivy reminds me of Rita Hayworth, so that's why.
Is that scene in Gilda that you told me about? Is that in Shawshank Redemption? Or is that a completely different movie?
Yeah, that's the scene.
That's the one like
when she whips her hair up.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
Yeah. And
all right.
Oh man, and that's why.
That's another reason why. Because you love Shawshank
man.
Redemption.
Oh man, what a freaking! I forgot that she was in that. Actually.
Yeah,
and that's the poster that he uses too.
Yep, that's what the original short story was. Like Rita Hayworth and something else. Like that was the original novella that Stephen King wrote.
Oh, okay, all right.
And then Frank Darabont, who go on to do like Green Mile, The Mist, start The Walking Dead. He changed it to Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
Well, that will be it for our Top 5 Vixens episode. So please tune in next time for our next Batcast, because we are the Bat fans. I'm Timothy Rooney.
I'm Rene Bautista.
I'm Dakota Wiegand.
And signing off.
And subscribe.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
So